Well, greetings to you. I'm Bishop Kirby Clements, and you're in my home here, and it's a balmy, cold day here in Georgia, at least for me. But I want to share something with you that's a novel idea I felt the Lord put in my heart. A number of days ago, when I was in prayer, I felt impressed to ask the Lord to show me how to teach your people obedience. Show me how to teach your people to obey you. And that came because of a study out of the book of Jeremiah. I've been reading Jeremiah when I wrote the book on When Prophecies Fail. And I was trying to get an understanding of true and false prophets. And one was Hananiah. He was a contemporary of Jeremiah. The Lord had spoke to his prophet Jeremiah and said, say to my people, I'm going to take them into captivity. But in taking them into captivity, I'm going to preserve them. Sometimes freedom and captivity are synonymous. And he said to them, while you're there, I want you to build houses. I want you to give your children in marriage. I want you to plant and I want you to live. And I want you to bless the land because in 70 years I'm going to bring you out. Jeremiah, as an example of that word from the Lord, he put a wooden yoke around his neck and he would go around and tell all the people, God is going to take us into captivity. That's the will of the Lord. Hananiah said, no, God is not going to do that. Why would God take us into captivity? And Hananiah broke the yoke off of Jeremiah's neck and said, that is not the word of the Lord. Well, Jeremiah left and the people were now confused. And the Lord spoke to Jeremiah and said, I'm going to kill Hananiah because he's a false prophet. He's a false prophet for three reasons. Number one, I didn't speak to him. Number two, I didn't send him. And then number three, he teaches the people to believe a lie. Here's the fourth one. And he teaches rebellion against the Lord. I was trying to understand what the implications of that, and it comes to me this way. Whenever you misinterpret or misapply or misintegrate biblical truths or biblical mandate, it causes people to misbehave and to do things that are not right before the Lord. For example, let me be even more specific. There was a time we sort of mistaught faith. We taught faith as being a denial of reality. We said you shouldn't believe anything your eyes see or your ears hear. So we created this utopia, this fantasy for people. And we caused people to do strange things. People wouldn't even get car insurance. They wouldn't go to the doctors because we made them believe that everything had to be done supernaturally by faith. There was a time we was teaching people to be debt-free. Now, I'm not opposed to being debt-free, but we live in a country that's predicated on debt. And sometimes being debt-free may cost you a little bit more than it does being in debt. But what they were doing, they had people more focused so much on money, number one, than it was upon the things of God. Whenever you misinterpret or misapply a biblical principle, you cause people, number one, to do things that are misbehaving, things that are contrary to God. That's teaching rebellion. Even as parents before your children, if you tell your children, you don't have to obey nobody, you're your own person, do what you want to do. Well, you're teaching rebellion because ultimately those children will become tyrants. And hear me carefully, they don't own this world and they're going to have to learn to obey. So whenever you take a biblical truth, you misinterpret it, you misapply it, you teach people, you cause them to misbehave, cause them to misapply, you're teaching rebellion against the Lord. So I'm praying that all of us will begin to pray, Lord, help us to teach your people obedience to the Lord. And I think that'd be pleasing to him. So Bishop Kirby Clements from my home here. It's getting a little bit warm here, but I hope this word sort of settle in. I hope you'll probably do a little bit more study on it. Jeremiah chapter 28 is my reference there. God bless you now.